Let's talk Blade Runner 2049. First of all, non-spoiler review, so don't worry about any spoilers. That's not what I'm about. So I'm not about to spoil the entire movie for you, but I'm going to tell you my opinion and kind of like what I thought about the whole film. Blade Runner 2049 is a sequel. Number one keyword here, we're going to talk about that keyword for a second. Sequel. Sequel meaning that it is a next installment in the same universe of an original movie. Now, a lot of movies they're being rebooted from the 80s, okay, and that's really not a good thing because they will never live up to what, if it's good enough to be rebooted, the reboot will never be as good as the original one. That's just basically a fact, and it's because a lot of people just don't want to they just don't want to accept the fact of that maybe this new one could be better. So they just go in knowing that they are not going to like it as much. So this is number one thing to start off with that was the good idea, was to make it a sequel. Science fiction masterpiece, something we've never seen before, are words that I've heard numerous amounts of times over Twitter and Rotten Tomatoes reviews and whatever. But you know, other people, they all have their different opinions, but that's what I'm mostly seeing. Now, when it comes to like sci-fi masterpiece and stuff like that where they go heavy into that, I cannot go into that because I don't feel qualified enough, honestly. I don't feel as if I am in the right like sort of fandom to like make a judgment on movies like this. Deep space / futuristic movies, that's never been my forte. I don't know. Something like the comic book world where things are kind of more based in reality of New York City or wherever, like that's like usually Marvel, but like, you know, Metropolis and Gotham and just big cities like that and like present day. I've never been a big fan of like the older Star Treks or anything like that, and I have to admit I watched the original Blade Runner a few nights ago just to prepare for this new movie, and there was no I could see, I don't want to make people mad, but I don't, give a shit, but it didn't have anything entertaining to me, and I could respect it for what it is. I see why people like it so much. That's all I'm trying to say. I see what people see in it, but I don't feel that myself, so I kind of went into this Blade Runner 2049 not being a science fiction fan. I do think it was a great film, though. Now, what a lot of science fiction is lacking in is sort of like the action movie, sort of like Curse. It's like that Curse where if it's a cool action movie, let's just say like Atomic Blonde or something like that, for example, it's not gonna have the best plot. You're not gonna have the best cinematography. You're going to have dope ass fight scenes. You're going to have Charlize Theron just kicking ass, and that's gonna be sick, but you're not gonna have, it's just going to be not a balance. It's just going to be one-sided. Now, a lot, like some movies, there are very few movies that are like this one in a way where it is true to itself and what it is as a science fiction film, and then it is also a very well-directed film with great cinematography. Now, I wanted to talk about the cinematography because that was something that I really looked into. Like, it was really, really absolutely stunning. You will go in to LA in 2049, which is awesome. It looks like a market almost. I love how they did it like Neon Tokyo, which they made it like sort of like just condensed, messy markets, rain, whatever. Even though LA is like in a drought still, it's like, it's cool that they give the rain because the rain always gives a nice, background noise and scenes that are, like depressing or whatever. I don't know, but I just thought that was cool. Anyway, LA and the cinematography using that LA like whole set, that was great. And the Las Vegas set with all the shots with the dust and everything. It was really well put together. I really liked the plot, okay? Now the plot is something I cannot give away because like a lot of people have said, the plot in itself is a spoiler, and it is. So I'm going to say that the plot was really nice though. It was a really good plot, really well thought out. I thought it was like really cool because like in the first movie, it was like, he had to be a Blade Runner, and it was just about introducing the idea of a Blade Runner. So, nothing too special there, like he just had to hunt down people. This one was actually like something that made you think, something that made the characters think, and you grew with the characters, which is always fun, and you understood things along with them, which is also nice because, sometimes when shows or movies, they do stuff and they do it like, they make the character understand something before you do, or most of the time it's you understanding something before the character, and then you kind of have to watch the character come along. But with this one, you do see Ryan Gosling's character just come along in the story with you. Like, you understand things as he understands things, and it doesn't make you feel stupid. It makes you feel like you're part of the movie, which is awesome, because it can also make you feel stupid, like, oh, I should have gotten that, but it's like, wow, that's a really good twist, or that's a really good plot point. So the plot was something that I really enjoyed. But my unpopular opinion is that I couldn't get my I don't know what it is about these movies or whatever. It might just not be what I'm used to, which is something that I might need to look into. I might just need to watch a bunch of sci-fi movies, but sci-fi isn't like my top tier favorite movie like genre. So it was like, I would give it like an 8 out of 10 or a 4 out of 5 if I could, because of that one thing, but it's all on me for that. It's I rate movies on what I expect and how much I enjoyed the experience. So I respect it. I respect the movie. I respect what it is. I respect the cinematography. I respect the director, who is like a very good director. I remember, oh my god, I remember back in the day going to see Prisoners in theaters, and that one changing like how I perceived crime dramas in movies. Like, being like, fuck, these can be told really dope. And he did it. And it was a great cast too. It was a great movie all around. But I knew that he did that, and I knew that he did some other movies that I knew of, like Arrival and everything last year, and like one of the first Oscar season nominations. So I was like, wow, that's impressive. Anyway, he did this one, and I'm just like, I was down for it. He did a great job, and I really respect that. But I just didn't enjoy the experience as much as I would like to. But like I said, that's all on me. So that's all I got for 2049. The best part about it was just like the actors' performances. I really enjoyed the characters. Harrison Ford's character, Jared Leto's character was great. Could have been in it more. Ryan Gosling's character was great. Yeah, like I said, 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10, however you want to spin that, I don't care. But that's what I thought about it. I thought that it was actually really good, and I respect it for what it is. Alright, so that's my review of Blade Runner 2049. Any other movies you guys want to come see me review, let me know in the comment section. Upcoming movies in theaters, past movies. I got $4 to spend on iTunes, so give me a movie recommendation that I can rent, and I will do that shit. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.